Hey guys, welcome to the Goodwill podcast. And today, the main news of the day is actually from the banking sector, like be it S Bank, South Indian Bank, or Bank of Maharashtra, because all of them have come up with their quarter three business updates. So clearly, we saw a huge up momentum in all these stocks. As you can see, S Bank is up by 1.79%. South Bank of India up by 3.6, and even Bank of Maharashtra almost at 5% above market, but then closed at around 4.8% for the day. Now, the main reason behind such a rally is, when we come to S Bank, we notice that, the year on year basis, it has gone up by 15% increase in deposits. And then different December quarter alone has, resulted in a deposit of a total 2.77 lakh crores. That is a huge number. And now you can also notice that, the loans and advances also have gone up by 13% to 2.45 lakhs. And as you can see, as soon as it opened, we saw a huge surge in the share price along with the very hefty volumes. So next off, we have shares of Bank of Maharashtra, which actually, the gross advance of the company has gone up by 21% compared to the last year at 2.29 lakh crore. Again, another big number by Bank of Maharashtra for the quarter that ended on October to December. Just in a matter of 3 months, it's a huge number. And you can also notice that in the December quarter, their business rose by 17% at 5.7 lakh crores, and the total deposits also have increased by 13.5% to 2.79 crore, which is actually a really good numbers in Bank of Maharashtra. So we noticed a huge surge in the share price. So next up we have South Indian Bank, which actually reported about 12% growth in its gross advance for the quarter of third quarter basically, and it has reached about 86,000 crore. You notice how Bank of Maharashtra or S Bank are at 2 lakh crore basis, but South Indian Bank, being a little bit of a smaller bank compared to that, has its gross advance at 86 lakh crore, almost 87 lakh crore if you round it up. So now basically the deposit has grown up by 7% on a year on year basis compared to S Bank and Bank of Maharashtra. It's about half the growth, but still it's great compared to what it has delivered in the past, right? So that makes a good. So now this is basically how the sectoral changes. Yesterday, basically the IT sector announced that their business updates, and it was very nice for all the IT stocks. So all of them rallied yesterday, making a big Morobuzo candle in the IT index as well. And today we are noticing the same in the banking sector. It's a very good rally, but you may notice, however, even though there was a very good rally in all these small banks, Bank Nifty as a whole did not move much. So basically, the reason behind that is once we get a business update from someone like HDFC Bank or SBI, that sets tone for the bigger banks. So we'll get to know how they have performed, which might happen in a couple of weeks. This is which might happen in a couple of weeks. So next off, we have a news about Ketan Parekh. Apparently, was front running the trades of Tiger Global, which is actually I think a foreign investment banking company, in the shares of PB Fintech. So the whole thing was going on for a long time, and today we have a bit of more information about that. Apparently, he was front running the shares. So we'll have to wait and watch as to what Ketan Parekh has to face as a result of this, right? And next up we have DMart, which is actually owned by Avenue Supermarts, and that is listed in the stock market. So DMart itself is not listed, but it is listed through its parent company Avenue Supermarts, right? And it has actually gone up 10% today, and that's a great thing for a stock like that to go up by 10%. And that's because the revenue of the company has gone up by 17.5% at about 15,000 crores. That's a big number indeed, and it is actually up 17.5 crore compared to 13,000 crore in the last year, December 2023. So next up we have the chart of Avenue Supermart as well. As you can see, even though there's such a huge gap up, the stock stayed very strong and gave some very good returns and closed very high. It shows the inherent strength and how positive its results are. So next off, basically IT. And next one we have ITI shares, which actually hit a 20% upper circuit today because with a very high volume, and this is one of the biggest gain in the last 9 months because they've gotten a project from MDTSS for worth about 95 crores. So that has resulted in a huge surge in the shares of ITI, and you can even see that long before the news actually hit the market itself, I think there was some sort of news floating around which was unconfirmed, and you can even notice that the shares have gone up by a huge sum today, right? And next up, we have Western Carriers went up at 5%, hit an upper circuit. and that's because they've gotten a contract from Vedanta. So basically, Vedanta is a steel company, and you know they have given an order for 139 crore, and that's going to affect Western Carriers' revenue in the fourth quarter significantly. So as a result of that, stock has hit an upper circuit. So next off, let's take a look at a Nifty and Bank Nifty for the day. I have in front of me Bank Nifty. Let us look at it first, because clearly there's a very good news about banking stocks today, and despite that, Bank Nifty as a banking index as a whole has not performed well, and clearly it took resistance from this zone. But for me as a price action trader, this is not a very good zone for me to short, because clearly it has violated this particular level just a few days ago. So I have absolutely no faith in this resistance zone as of now. Neither do I have any faith in the support below. These are a feeble support that has been violated multiple times. So what matters to me, again, I'm pinpointing this on a daily time frame, is the trend line. So until Bank Nifty comes to this trend line, we might notice very similar volatility and triggering stop losses. Right, and next we have Nifty. Absolutely no momentum in Nifty today. Yesterday it gave a breakout, but then today there's absolutely no momentum. Again, I'm stressing upon this point multiple times. Right, so since these are supposed to be very feeble supports at around 23,000, 24,000, there's a lot of resistance, a lot of hurdle. It'll definitely not move in any one direction for you to be able to take a trade. So the best way to go for about it is to wait for Nifty to come to this level at around 23,300 to 200. Then we'll be able to see some sort of a sharp momentum, and we'll have to see how the market reacts to this level, and then that makes up the keeps the trend going. Until then, we'll notice a very similar volatility.
If you're a trader following market calls and tips for day trading, use our tool RNT, Research and Trade. All you have to do is link RNT to your trading account, then just sit and relax. Turn trading into business at app.gwcindia.live. Check out description for more details.
Disclaimer: investments in the securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.